Alright guys, today's goal, the learner will understand and know how to use the law of cosines. So find an angle between 0 and 180 and the solution to the equation. So do the inverse. Inverse cosine of 4/5. 36.87. The inverse cosine, negative 0.25. 104.48. Okay. And then, so solve the equation in terms of x and y for a, cosine a, and b, a, where a is between 0 and 180. So we'll take a look at the solution because there's not enough room to do it here. But you'll see what it is, and this is going to lead towards the law of cosines. But because if I solve this for the cosine of a, I would get 49 minus x squared minus y, not equals. Well, that's 49 minus x squared minus y squared all over negative 2xy. And then to get a, I do the inverse cosine of that. Okay. Find a quadratic polynomial with real coefficients that has no real zeros. Okay. This one we just have to think about. We want b squared minus 4ac to be less than 0. So I'm going to say 10x squared minus x plus 10. There's many of them though. X squared plus 2 is 1. I mean, there's a lot. So there we go. So what do you learn about? Driving the law of sines, solving triangles side angle side and side side side, triangle area and Heron's formula, applications, and why the law of cosine is an important extension to Pythagorean theorem with many applications. I guess this messed up again. That should say triangle ABC, be a triangle with the sides and angles labeled the usual way. Okay? So what they're saying is it's still A, B, C, there's A, there's B, there's C. Okay? So notice A squared cosine of A, B squared equals cosine B, C squared, and then the rest are the other ones. Okay? Given that triangle ABC, given that A equals 10, B equals 4, and the angle C equals 25. So see how it was angle C? That means we're doing C squared equals A squared plus, well, we know A and B, so 10 squared plus 4 squared minus 2 times 10 times B times the cosine of 25 degrees. So I get C squared equals 116 minus 80 cosine 25. So 116 minus 80 times the cosine of 25. C squared equals 43.495, blah, 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 and then do the square root of that. So I get C equals 6.60. So now I have 25 degrees, 6.60, 10, 4. What would we use now to find the others? Law of sines. So go ahead and do the law of sines and we'll check our answers. So go ahead, press pause, do the law of sines and get the other two angles. Okay, so let's check to see. Oh, see, and they used law of cosines again. I just would have used law of sines, though. So. All right. But one thing to point out here is, notice it tells you the 140, so you could use law of cosines again. But there's all the angles. All right, area of a triangle. You can do 1/2 BC times the sine of A, 1/2 AC times the sine of B, 1/2 AB times the sine of C. So here's the nice thing. This does not require right triangle, so you don't need the height. But see how it's 1/2 the sides and the other angle, 1/2 the sides, the other angle, 1/2 the sides, the other angle. Okay? And Heron's formula. Okay, semi-perimeter equals A plus B plus C divided by 2. So another way without having a right triangle is the square root of semi-perimeter, S minus A, S minus, okay? So we have 10, 12, 14. So we have no angles, so we can't use the 1/2. And it says using Heron's formula. So that means we got to find the semi-perimeter, which is 10 plus 12 plus 14 divided by 2. So 10 plus 12 plus 14, 18. So then you have area equals square root 18 times 18 minus 10 times 18 minus 12 times 18 minus 14. So I have the square root of 10,368. So it's approximately 101.82 units squared. Okay. So I did something wrong. Where did I do a miscalculation? Oh, yep. Right here. I did 18 times 8 times 6 times 12. I read that as 4, not 14. So there's the mistake. But we show work so we can see it. So that's what we should have gotten. See you guys tomorrow.